Today's topic for discussion is a description of a specific plant, that is Calotropis procera. It is a shrub plant which occurs on open lands of tropical and subtropical regions. It grows on a variety of soil types. The plant quickly becomes established in open habitats with little competition. It is called by several common names, that is giant milkweed, Indian milkweed, rubber bush, etc. It is a poisonous and generally regarded as a weed, and in Marathwada the plant is present everywhere on open land, on roadsides and all open areas. Okay, and it is a mesophyte that requires a moderate amount of water, and it is a shrub, and the root system is branched. It is a taproot system, that means it is a dicot plant. Stem is green, it is branched. The stem and leaf that contains latex, milky latex. The presence of milky latex in the stem and leaf is the characteristic feature of family Asclepiadaceae. This is the member of Asclepiadaceae. This is the leaf of Calotropis procera, and the leaf is broad as shown in the photograph. The shape of the leaf is oval and the color of leaf is green, and the leaf is having no stalk. This stalkless leaf, petiole, is absent. What is petiole? Stalk of the leaf is known as petiole. Petiole is absent in the leaf. Such leaf in taxonomy, it is described as sessile leaf. The leaf is directly attached to the stem. Okay. Venation of the leaf, that is reticulate. Reticulate, a network of veins is present in the leaf. That is, reticulate venation occurs in the leaf of Calotropis procera, family Asclepiadaceae. Phyllotaxy is decussate. Decussate phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy means arrangement of the leaves on the stem or branches. That is called phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy is decussate. What is decussate phyllotaxy? On the nodal region of the stem, the leaves are arranged right angle to each other. Okay. Such a decussate that is called decussate phyllotaxy. Such arrangement of the leaves, that is called decussate phyllotaxy. Margin of the leaf, it is entire margin. It is in continuation. And see in the photograph, the base of the leaf is broad. A broad leaf base in taxonomy, that is described as perfoliate leaf base. Okay. And apex of the leaf is mucronate. Leaf up to the end it is broad, but at the apex it is pointed. Such leaf apex, it is described as mucronate. Okay. And stipule is absent in the Calotropis procera. What is stipule? It is a small leafy structure. When it occurs at the base of the leaf, that is called stipule, and that leaf is described as stipulate. But the Calotropis procera, it is exstipulate. Stipule is absent in the Calotropis procera. Next. This is the inflorescence, flowering shoot of the plant, that is inflorescence. Inflorescence in Calotropis procera, that is extra-axillary umbellate cyme. What is umbellate inflorescence? In this case, the primary axis of inflorescence is comparatively short and it bears a group of flowers at its tip which possesses pedicels. The length of pedicels is more or less similar. The flowers spread out from a single point, and in umbellate cyme, the younger flowers situated at the basal region of the flowering shoot. Such arrangement of the flowers on the flowering shoot is described as the umbellate cyme type of inflorescence, which occurs in Calotropis procera, family Asclepiadaceae. Next, this is the flower of Calotropis procera, and it is a bracteate flower. At the basal region of the flower, bract is present, a small scaly bract is present, and that when the bract is present in the flower, that is described as bracteate flower. The flower of Calotropis procera is bracteate. The bract is deep purple in color and it is situated between the petals and the stamens. And bract is cadcus. Okay, cadcus, bract is cadcus. And the flower is having stalk-like structure. The stalk of the flower is known as pedicel. When the pedicel is present, that is flower is described as pedicellate flower. And symmetry of the flower. Flower is symmetrical. Flower of Calotropis is symmetrical. Symmetrical flower, it is described as actinomorphic flower. What is exactly the actinomorphic? What is actinomorphic? The radially symmetrical flower which is capable of division by any longitudinal plane into two symmetrical halves, that is described, such flower is described as actinomorphic flower. When you divide the flower into two parts from any vertical plane, you can get two equal parts. Such flower is described as actinomorphic flower. Okay. And in the flower of Calotropis procera, androecium as well as gynoecium both are present. Androecium, it is the male part of the flower, and gynoecium, it is the female part of the flower. Both are present in the flower, therefore the flower is bisexual. Or it is also described as hermaphrodite flower. In several books, hermaphrodite word is used for bisexuality of the flower. And position of the ovary is superior or hypogynous. Superior ovary, why it is superior? Because the floral units, calyx, stamens, the petals, they are originated from the base of the ovary. Therefore, the ovary is superior, or it is also described as hypogynous ovary. How is the color of the flower? Color of the flower is pinkish violet, beautiful pinkish violet color of the flower. And next, this is the calyx of Calotropis procera. Calyx is the first whorl of the flower, generally considered as that, and calyx consists of sepals. Sepals present in the calyx. All the sepals together known as calyx. And in this calyx, Calotropis procera, only 5 sepals are there. Number of sepals 5. Color of the calyx lobes, that is sepals, is pinkish, light pink colored calyx is there. And the calyx lobes, that is sepals, are free. When the sepals are free, the term used in taxonomy is polysepalous condition. Okay. And estivation, how is the arrangement of the sepals in the calyx, that is estivation, that is called estivation. Arrangement of the sepal, that is called estivation. Estivation is volvate. All the sepals, they are placed opposite to each other. No edges of sepal overlapped with the edges of adjacent sepal. Such opposite, they are placed opposite to each other. Such estivation, that is volvate estivation. Next, this is the corolla of Calotropis procera, Family-Asclepiadaceae. Corolla consists of petals. There are 5 petals in the flower, and color of flower, that is pinkish, beautiful pinkish, and the petals are united at basal region. Therefore, if the united petals, this condition is described in taxonomy, that gamopetalous condition. Estivation is volvate again, and epicalyx is absent in this. This is the androecium, and this is the male part of the flower, and this photograph is shown for the stamen. There are 5 stamens, and below that another photo that is shown for arrangement of the stamens. They are very closely associated with stigma, and there are 5 stamens. Filaments are very short, and they are arranged. The stamens are arranged in one whorl. The stamens are epipetalous, arise from base of corolla, and anther is 2-celled, adnate to stigma. Anther cell produces waxy polynial mass. Anther is dithecous. What is staminal corona? Fleshy dorsal region of stamens form the staminal corona. Okay. What is gynostagium? Stamens adhere to the gynoecium to form gynostagium. Okay, next. This is gynoecium of Calotropis procera, Family-Asclepiadaceae. Gynoecium, it is the female part of the flower which consists of ovary, style and stigma. In this flower of Calotropis procera, there are two styles present which are separate at the basal region but they are united at the top. Stigma is five-sided disc-like. The disc is five-sided, five-angled disc. Position of ovary, it is superior, and if you take the section of ovary, there are two carpels. Hence the ovary is bicarpellary. Bi means two. Bicarpellary. Okay. Carpels have separate ovary and style. This is very characteristic feature of Calotropis procera. Next. How is the fruit of Calotropis procera? Family-Asclepiadaceae. Fruit it is a follicle, and that dehiscence of fruit takes place by ventral suture. Okay. What is follicle? It is a unilocular fruit developed from a single carpel. Such fruit consists of two or many seeds. It is developed from a monocarpellary, one-chambered superior ovary. After drying, dehiscence along one side only to release seeds. At maturity, fruit split up along the ventral suture alone. In Calotropis, the follicles are derived from two ovaries of an apocarpous type of ovule, each forming a separate fruitlet that dehisces by a ventral suture. This is this type of fruit that is described as follicle type of fruit. This is the photograph of fruit of Calotropis procera, Family-Asclepiadaceae. Next, this is opened fruit and it is opened by hand. It is not opened naturally, it is opened by hand. And next, these are the seeds were present in this is very young fruit. Still it has to be developed. Still it is very young. It has not developed well. It is not mature fruit. Okay, next. And the fruit consists of seeds. The seeds at maturity, after maturity, they become dark brown in color, and the seeds are very flat and hairy. Hairy seeds helps in transfer the hairs on the seed. They helps in transfer of seeds from one place to another. These are the seeds which are arranged inside the fruit, that inside the follicle of Calotropis procera. See the arrangement, a beautiful arrangement of the seeds. These are very young seeds. At maturity they become dark brown in color. Next. These are the seeds. Next, this is the floral diagram of Calotropis procera. Again, it is an incomplete diagram. To create interest, we have tried to show you diagram by taking the floral parts. And in actual diagram, you have to take the section of ovary. Again, you have to show the ovules, arrangement of ovules, etc. And in this floral diagram, which is incomplete, we have shown only 5 petals and 5 sepals. Five sepals are free, but in this floral diagram, petals are united. But here we have shown this is a incomplete and diagram. Don't follow this. Okay, follow the floral diagram from books. Okay, next. Thank you very much. Save trees, save earth.